How's everybody doing tonight? I hope it has been a great day for you today. Whatever you had going on, whether it be work or a day off or not, I hope it's been a great day. I just wrapped up a run, which was just super nice. It was sleeting a little bit, but it just felt good out and felt good, and so it was a good run. But today, I just wanted to take us into the book of Psalms a little bit. I've been reading through the Bible, and right now I'm in, I think it was yesterday, I read Psalms chapter 98. And I came to verse 4, which says, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth in joyous song and sing praises." As I read that word break forth, and as I read that entire psalm, just this idea of breaking forth, bursting out, launching into joyous, into praise, into excitement for God and who He is and what He's done, just kept kind of ringing out. And as I read it, I was like, man, do I live in a way where I'm ready to break forth into joyous praise all the time? Like, am I on the verge of getting super excited about God and what He's done? And as I read that the other day, that morning I was in our bathroom and I noticed a journal. I was like, oh, that's not usually there. And I opened up the journal and I started just seeing this list of things and flipped through and saw another list of things and saw that list go all the way up to 400, and then saw the pages numbered, I think almost up to 600 or 700. And I was like, I wonder what that is. And of course, being nosy, I looked at it a little bit more, and I immediately recognized that it was my wife's handwriting. And what I realized was this was like her gratitude journal. She had just written down hundreds upon hundreds of things that she was really thankful for. And then I read this Psalms 98 in this verse that talk about breaking forth in joy. And one of the things that I realized was that in order to be a person that would break forth in joy, I have to understand how blessed I am. I have to understand all the things I have, that whether I deserve or don't deserve or whatever you think about that, like, I have them. And that if I live in a place where I'm always recognizing how much God has blessed me with, it's going to be easy to want to break forth in joy. It's going to be easy to want to shout praise. It's going to be easy to want to shout joyful things to the Lord, because I'm constantly going to be reminded of all the amazing things that are in my life. And so one of the things that I started to do that morning was I started to do my own gratitude journal. I've done some things where a couple days a week I'll write out 10 things that I'm thankful for, and before I go to bed at night I'll write down some things that I'm thankful for. But I was like, how many can I do? And so I started, and over the next little while I wrote about 110 things that I was grateful for, and it was fun. And I walked away like, wow, God, I have so much to praise You for. I have so much to be thankful for. And it did bring me to that place where I was ready to break forth in joy. And then that started to just kind of sink into some other areas of my life. One of the things I recognize sometimes is that I'll hear my kids being critical or just complain, and it kind of strikes me as like, man, I want kids that of gratitude and of thankfulness, and they can be, like they really can be. And so I don't want to just totally say that, but one of the things I had to reflect on was that oftentimes our kids are a mirror to us. And guys, that really hit me, because what I recognized was at times their complaining spirit was something they'd learned from me. And so in my life, oftentimes, rather than being ready to break forth with joy and to shout for what God has done, I'm often quick to say something complaining or something critical or something judgmental or something, or to point out the negative in something. And I was like, wow, God, I want to be a man that celebrates, that's grateful, that's thankful for all the things that God has blessed us with, all the things that God has given us, all the opportunities that God has given us. And I don't want to see the negative first. I want to see the positive, and I want to be the one who often reminds people of what the positive things are. And so as I thought about that, I was like, man, I need to really watch my mouth. I really need to be careful the things that I say around my kids, because they learn from my actions. And I want to be a guy, I want to be a dad, that my life is like Psalms 98:4, where it breaks forth with joyous praise. Because God has done so much for me. God has done so much for my family. God has provided us with so many good things. God has blessed us and blessed us and blessed us and blessed us. And that's what I want my kids to see. And so guys, I just encourage you tonight as you shut this off, as you get done listening, to just stop and think about, what are my kids learning from me? Would they be like the psalmist? And would they see me being a person who breaks forth in joy? Or would they hear critical and complaints come out of your mouth oftentimes first? And just watch your kids for a little bit, and you'll begin to kind of see maybe the example that you're being to them. But if you want to begin to cure that, if you've been a little overly critical or judgmental or complaining lately, just take some time and sit down for 20 minutes, for 10 minutes, for a half hour, and just write down as many things as you possibly can that you're thankful for. It can be everything from chocolate milk to coffee to your wife to your kids. It can be big, it can be small, it does not matter. Just start listing those things out and let all those blessings begin to wash over to you to a place where you begin to break forth with joy.